So we're at the Sawyer Kimpton Hotel, and this is an amazing event. I'm looking at hundreds of people who have arrived for a awards ceremony and a symposium on ethnic media and ethnic agency contributions to a variety of programs at the state level.
California is the most diverse state in the nation, and it's reflected in this room. And that's important. You play a key role in that because as our state moves to become more and more ethnic, our media is too.
We are thrilled to present our Communications Champions Award. These are government departments, community-based organizations, and communications firms that have worked to reach diverse audiences through inclusive and innovative strategies. Congratulations to all of our communications champions. Your work inspires and reminds us of the importance of diverse voices in shaping and understanding our world.
Most recently, we had the atmospheric rivers, that caused a lot of flooding out in the valley. Cal OES immediately responded with a huge communications effort to really accelerate getting the message out of the dangers of what this atmospheric river could produce. There were a number of communities. That particular event really affected our migrant and farm worker community, which often does not look to the government for their information.
The Census Bureau historically has struggled to reach people of color. We are in a constant quest to motivate participation in our censuses and surveys among the historically undercounted populations. Any given day, we are collecting data, and we struggle most with communities of color, and that is the place where ethnic medias are amazingly effective.
When I was at the newspaper, India West, we used to get phone calls from women who would not identify themselves, but who just say, do you know any place where I can go to? My husband is beating me up, and I cannot speak about it when he's in the house. He's right now not at home. I'd like to tell my story.
Our group that is focusing on Maya community from Guatemala, it's very hard for them to understand, to get this hope, like to talk and go out there and to express themselves.
When this lady came to me and thanked me for talking about this problem, domestic violence, and her husband of 40 years stopped beating on her. And that story stayed with me forever,
I think that the theme that I'm hearing a lot of is, and I heard this a lot all day today, about ethnic media are trusted messengers.
I just really want to acknowledge the work the office has been doing to work with ethnic media. We had community conversations, a fellowship program. We've done, I think everything that you can think of, and the partnership that we have with the community has been super critical in thinking through a lot of innovative ways to engage people.
Really trying to reach out to our members in any way possible and using different media channels, different partners to really get that message out and to work with our navigators as well to reach all of the different communities and ensure that we have materials in all the threshold languages, all the toolkits that might be appropriate for different communities.
And so today, we are gathered here today to talk about the work that we actually do, and that is around hate. We are partnering and we are working with CBOs, and we are working with the state to see if we can do something about that.
Well, we very often partnered with ethnic media to get information out to farm workers who are Indigenous language speaking about their labor rights and also about their health and safety rights.
When we talk about solidarity and thinking about different communities who are targeted, and the fact that people should not have to identify what aspect of their identity was targeted in an act of hate, when we think about the funding that allowed us to start California versus Hate, the folks who pushed for that, and many of who are in this room, insisted that it be for all communities.
If we cannot rely on the ethnic media to do exactly what they're doing and continuing to report of what's going out there, if we cannot partner with the ethnic media in the ways that we have, we won't have anyone telling those stories.
And having these conversations and these potential programs where we actually can reach out to each other, this is why the Vincent Chin Institute and Ethnic Media Services are doing this together with a very low bar to have stories that humanize our communities, that show what we have in common with each other.
I'm here to kick off an amazing opportunity to celebrate industry leaders, people who are unafraid to stand up and share a story that is not a traditional story. Whether you're sharing it in English, Tagalog, if you're representing the Muslim community, there is room for everybody, and there is a story to be told. And you are the folks that are in this space, in this time, that are charged with the duty to make that change, to tell that story. So be empowered, be proud, and tonight we are definitely celebrating you.
I'm half Peruvian and half Chinese. When I was a girl, I were journalist. I love it. And my dad say, because he's Chinese, he say, no, you don't make any money, you journalist, Rosanna. And I say, no, I want to be a journalist. And I'm a journalist.